Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show, ladies and gentlemen. Bumpy McSquigums here, and it's time for more Vampyr. Hopefully I do a little bit better if we face off against another boss, and I don't end up losing the vast majority of my health like I did last time. Alright, we are at the hospital. We are going to be under the guise... Okay, the guise of our original selves.
It's my turn.
Oh, dang, he stabbed him. He's stabbing him multiple times.
Rotten oppressive, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
I'll let you bleed. Be more polite. I'll kill you. I'll let you bleed. Be more polite.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
He says that with such an edge. Alright, let's take a look here. The blood quality indicates how much XP you will gain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. To drink blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press Q to mesmerize. I don't really want to mesmerize them.
Bring this fading light into the shadows.
Follow the red
Dance with him the dance of life and death.
To lead your prey into the shadows. This is disturbing. Press the left mouse button to embrace Clay Cox or spacebar to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gained. Ah. Blood temptation. I'm gonna release him. I'm gonna be one of those guys.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Oh, and he's just totally fine now. Not gonna like try to keep him he's got a pretty bad wound. Shouldn't we be thinking about like healing him?
Did I black out?
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm a little confused.
Oh, what happened?
Why? He's just gonna die, isn't he? This seems highly problematic. So what? We're gonna wait for him to die and then we're gonna drink his blood? Like, by not getting his wound treated, isn't he also going to die? Shouldn't we be bringing him the other way?
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Yeah, that means you're... Oh,
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Okay. Thank you, Weird Blood Cloud. I appreciate that.
It's locked, all right.
It is. Run, man. You can do it. Whee! Whoa, look at that frame rate. Sorry. I got a little overeager with the turning there. Alright, welcome to the hospital. You want to talk with me?
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Makes more sense now.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I feel like you guys aren't the most sanitary of people. You're just walking around outside with blood all over you. You look more like a butcher than a nurse, but now what do I know? Alright, I do have a few questions.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Okay.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
I've only just met him. He knows me more than I know him. That's fair.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Fair enough. Alright, my room you said was on the second floor?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Nice.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
We got a corner room. Very good. Very good. Alright, anybody I can eat for sustenance? Because I'm feeling a little peckish. What happened? Are those beds? Those are beds. Oh boy. I feel like you guys might not know exactly what it is you should be doing to people. There's a pretty large amount of just dead folk. Oh, that is indeed a box. Does now or never. What's it say? You. Okay. City. You. Life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Thank you for that, I guess.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Indeed. Who's this guy? Prevents. See, I already have a disease of the mouth. Prevent disease: careless spitting, sneezing, coughing. Spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from the nose and throat. Do not cough in public. If you must cough, hold it, run all the way home, and cough inside your own house. It's the only way. Alright, we're on the second floor. This place is actually fairly large. I thought this was the last door on the... Oh, it's at the end of the hall, so it's literally going to be this one. Hey, we already have our nameplate up. That's cool. I mean, they did that quick, but I'm not complaining. I'm not mad.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
Indeed,
At least
sir.
I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
There's still time for that. That looks like a a crafting station. Well, I suppose a
The
workbench
flower's
is accurate.
dying. It needs water.
Okay, do we have water? Oh dear. Article on econs. Sure. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed! A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses, and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished, just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleportation or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. See, I disagree, because we can teleport too, but we'll see. For me, it is like a cat-like attribute which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also notice that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. How do I scroll this? I know there's more here. Oh, well, we're gonna do it this way then. Oh, dear. Forgive me while I figure out where in the world they hid that. Where did they hide it? I'm actually mildly annoyed now, because I was in the midst of reading that. Ah, here it is. Okay. Oh, now I can scroll. Apparently you can't scroll the first time you find something. Alright, well that's fine. It's just one of those things you gotta remember, I suppose. Alright. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture the target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one, the possibilities are endless and frightening. And then finally they have blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzied drinking every drop of blood that they can see. They need blood to function, and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be weak. Can be very weak. Even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications. It almost beggars belief. Okay, yeah, well there you go. A bit of information. Hey, I got a Dragon's Bane. What the heck is that? An ancient's... I feel like... This is like a... what's the word? This is like a DLC or like a starting day weapon. So there's a medium chance I'm not going to use it. Though it really isn't that much better than what we have. Maybe I will. This ancient sword with a Latin phrase engraved on the blade has been forged in Wales during the 6th century, belonging to Paulus Aurelianus, founder of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole. Okay. Legend says he had this blade forged before he chose the path of exile and left England with his people. Dragonbane has been passed to each new primate of the Brotherhood. Interesting. And may have been used in secret ceremonies. When a primate was sent on a path of war to defeat a hostile creature, the sacred sword was supposedly lost during the schism between the Brotherhood and the Guard of Prywin in the middle of the 19th century. It seems a few copies may have been made, but this is the true and original Dragonbane. Cool. Oh, we have two different firearms. We have a Barker, We have the Bob Barker, and we have a revolver. No bullets, though. Oh, and stuff is happening. You must rest in a bed to spend XP and evolve. Look for hideouts. Oh, apparently that's like a chapter update. Oh, look at us. We have a hat on now. Cool. We didn't actually rest, though, so I feel like we should probably do that. We still have the workbench. The flower. That's weird that just getting to that was like a... I'm slightly confused by why this locker seems to trigger a loading sequence. But it does. Apparently, it's like a checkpoint. Okay, don't use the locker, I guess. And again, we can't scroll. I'll read that one a little bit later on. He did leave a message for us, so it's probably relatively important. Alright, so we're going to go to the workbench. We'll try this thing out. Okay, on a workbench you can craft medical treatments to heal sick citizens, serums to boost yourself, weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. You first need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click on the to analyze components. Okay. Blood sample of William Bishop. Click to analyze. You have enough components to improve one of your weapons. Press D. Okay. Select a melee weapon to upgrade it. Level 2? Is that what? Okay. We need to have a lead rod in order to do this, which we don't seem to have. Okay, so we can't upgrade that weapon, despite it saying that we probably could. Well, whatever. The Dragon's Bane, do we have enough to upgrade this one? Yeah, we do. We're upgrading the Dragon's Bane. I've changed my mind. We're using it. It's probably... I'm so sorry if I upset anybody, but whatever. Deal with it. Okay, then we can enhance the damage by 10%, or we can increase the blood absorption. Absorb blood points when the weapon hits. Ooh. I feel like I'm going to probably drain them manually enough, but I'd rather have the 10% increase. It's only 10 more damage. Or 9, I guess. But that's okay. Alright, that's it.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Oh, they've even boarded up the windows for us. I mean, they did a very poor job of it, but boarded up the windows. There's no windows in this corner, and we will probably extend these partitions out to make sure that no sunlight came in. That's my assumption here. Could be totally wrong. Let's check this chest. What does it do? You just refill all. Does that mean that our gun is now... We actually have ammo? I don't know. We'll rest in the bed, and we'll see what goes down here. It's also sad that they don't seem to believe in pillows. It's a little sad. Blood barrier. Will block your blood. Will block the target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. We have 4 points. No, we're level 4. We have 635 points. Okay. Oh, we can up it. Increase life regeneration when using bite. And then it's just further and further. And further and further and further. Does anything modify it? No, it's literally just a stat upgrade all the way across. Okay, it's good to know. Increase your health. I would like a bit more stamina. So I think I'm going to go with that. Very good. What else do we have? Blood capacity and tactical here. Spring. You perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. Oh, that sounds cool. Can we do that one? Ah, here's where we start to break out. No, we don't have enough right now, because I got the other stuff. But still, that's cool. Shadow Veil. Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in this state will drain more stamina. You will exit shadows if you attack or dodge, or when your stamina is empty. Okay. That's cool. Let's see here. More serums on us. The number of bullets. Well, I don't know how many bullets we have at all, but let's get some more serums. It's going to be more healing. And if we saw how combat went with us the last time we did stuff, probably going to need it. Probably going to need it. Alright. We will confirm this. And then we shall rest and prepare for the next night, I guess.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Okay, help the Pembroke Hospital to cope with the epidemic.
But what about my thirst for blood?
Yeah, there's that. Gosh, that would be weird, because I feel like, yeah, I'd have a thirst for blood too if I was a vampire, and again, I realize, like, vampires aren't a thing, but I would have, like, a mental problem drinking
I'm not
blood.
one to make weight, Doctor.
Sorry,
Have patience.
stop whining.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. Well, that seems odd. Like a really strange... Alright. I saw it. I wanted to ignore it, but let's go. Let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. We just picked up a bone saw. How does that... How well does that work out for us? Attack speed. That was a bit quicker. Slower. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, to the morgue. And beyond. I wonder if there's a path out back. Oh, maybe there is. Narrow street. Is this a narrow street? Looks kind of narrow. I wouldn't want to drive a car down it.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Well, you know what? We'll investigate in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. I know we didn't get a whole lot accomplished, but, you know, we advanced the story. We're getting a little bit more info about what's going on. We leveled up some skills and stuff. We're all rested up and ready for combat and murder and death and killing, and hopefully getting some blood into us, because, well, we kind of need it. But But, yep, that's it for now. Until the very next episode, folks, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.